Welcome back to YouTube. Blazeshadowthorn here, back again with another Wi-Fi battle. This once again, Stu. He's a pretty popular guy. He does Pokemon narrations as well. I'll link his channel in the description below. He just recently hit around 5K subscribers. So, definitely go over there. He does pretty cool content. Looking at his team, he brought a very threatening team to mind. Definitely the Garchomp I see is a huge threat if it's Mega. If it isn't Mega, like Scarf, it's going to be even scarier, although I can deal with it. The Talonflame, the Tornadus Therian, I saw the T's and I got all confused, but the Tornadus Therian, if it has Flamethrower with regeneration and its incredible speed, is going to be a huge threat to me. His Mamoswine with its Earthquake is also going to be a big threat. Politoed with a Scald, and then also, once it gets the Rain Up, the Manaphy can pretty much wreck over my team. As you can see, looking over on my side, if you looked over at my side, you saw I am once again using my Mono Steel team because I really like it. It works on Showdown, and so therefore I like using it on Wi-Fi whenever I can or whenever I feel like it. So, anyways, let's get right off to the battle. I lead off with my Registeel, pretty much predicting him to lead off with his Politoed. Registeel is pretty much my answer to everything on his team except for the Mamoswine. If you let off with Mamoswine, it would have been in a bit more of a pickle because then he would have had the opportunity to either Earthquake or set up his Stealth Rocks, and I would have had to predict and all that fun stuff. But he just leads off with the Politoed, which is perfect. Goes for a Rain Boosted Scald. I can tell immediately that it's not offensive because even though I am max HP, max special defense, calm, it did way too little for it to be invested, so I know it's a defensive Politoed. I get the Paralysis off just in case I get an opportunity to switch in later. I want it to be the slowest thing so I can easily revenge kill it. Right here, I get up Stealth Rock just so I can break any potential sashes he has, because I know Mamoswines like to be sashed, and also to get the nice residual damage from the Tornadus Therian. So while it does get some regenerator boost, it'll at least take 25% every time it switches into Stealth Rock, so it'll still take some damage. Anyways, go for another Scald. He gets the burn this time. That's fine by me. I'm gonna just go for the Seismic Toss, try and get a bit damage off, just see how much I can do. And it does a decent chunk. It does around 50 HP. Well, I say around 50 HP, but it does 50 HP because it does do a little using solo. But anyways, the burn's starting to rack up. Now, the burn in the long run doesn't really matter since I'm basically leaving in my Registeel as Death Fodder like I normally do. Because really, I don't really need it unless I will save it sometimes as a pivot switch, but overall, it's the most useless thing on my team. Right here, he goes for the Protect just to rack up some burn damage. It's a pretty smart play, although I find it annoying because, it's similar to Toxic Stalling, except it's not as bad since it only does take 12% every turn, but still. So he goes for the Protect, it's fine by me. The burn damage is racking up. I feel like burn damage should be cut in half when it's raining, don't you? Because the rain should heal the burn or something like that. I don't know. It's just what I'm thinking. I go for one more Seismic Toss. I get the Paralysis hacks right there. The hacks really in the long run didn't matter. The rain stops. I can pretty much, from there, I know it's not Damp Rock, and I didn't know it's Damp Rock because it's getting leftovers Kirby. What am I talking about? I have no idea what I'm talking about at this point in time. The burn, it's still racking up, so right here, I'm pretty sure he's going to just kill me off right here, so I'm going to go for one final Seismic Toss, try and get as much damage off on this Politoed as I possibly can, just so I can revenge kill it with anything I want later. And so, unfortunately, Registeel being the bulkster that it is, he's going to be able to take the Skull, but unfortunately, even with the leftovers recovery, I do believe the burn will kill me off this turn. Like I said before, it's perfectly okay, because I don't need this Registeel for anything on his team, except maybe Switch Fodder, but overall, even then, it's going to be completely useless. So I do lose my Registeel, but what it does give me is it gives me a free switch to go into my Surprise, which is my Egg Slash. I know I can outspeed this thing because it is paralyzed, which means I can get up a free substitute. If it wants to go for a Scald, that's fine by me. It shouldn't break my substitute, I'm thinking, because I do have defense and special defense investment on this. But he decides to hard switch out into Scizor, I guess, to take the Shadow Sneak, which I guess was kind of fairly obvious. But anyways, now this is perfect for me because, number one, I'm behind a sub. Number two, Scizor can't touch me because the most it can do is U-turn out or maybe Bullet Punch, maybe set up a Swords Dance itself. But overall, it does absolutely nothing, as it goes for the Defog right here. So I do lose my hazards, and since I did lose my Registeel, I can't get him back up. Overall, it's not that big of a deal, since I really was only using it to weaken down the Tornadus Therian and break sashes on Mamoswine. But other than that, they were completely irrelevant in this battle, so overall, they weren't too big of a deal. As the Scizor Mega evolves this turn, I'm just setting up Swords Dances, because I know I need Swords Dance boost to knock out the Scizor and to handle anything on his team. As he decides to U-turn out, that's fine by me. The way I see it, I should be able to keep my sub intact, which I do, which is great, because now he has to bring in something to handle. +2 or +3, I can't remember. I think I'm +3. +3 Aegislash behind a sub, which is incredibly scary. So right here, I do see he outspeeds me, and I did see that his Scizor was his Mega, so it's not Mega Garchomp, which means it still opens the possibility that it's a Scarf, Garchomp. I'm tripping over my own words, goddammit. But anyways, I'm going to go for the Sacred Sword here. I'm just going to gauge and see how much damage it does. And it does do a hell of a lot of damage to this Garchomp. Unfortunately, it doesn't take it out. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, I kind of didn't expect it to because Garchomp is pretty bulky, and I do have no attack investment. Right here, I go for the Shadow Sneak because even if you wanted to switch out, there's really no reason not to. The risk of me going for the Sacred Sword and him not switching out are way too high. So I just decided to kill it off right here. That's fine. Now, I believe what he does is he decides to bring in his Mamoswine, because Mamoswine is going to be the best thing to counter this. Yeah, he brings in the Mamoswine because now it forces me to switch, because he can go for an Earthquake. I don't want to risk the fact of me not outspeeding, because I'm pretty sure he's like 10 base speed higher than me. Even though I am Jolly, I don't want to risk the fact that he's also Jolly, so... And plus, I kind of need my Aegislash around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the safe switch out into my Empoleon with the Air Balloon intact. As he's going to switch out, go into his Politoed, I believe I just go for the Scald. Because there's really no reason for me not to go for the Scald, because, you know, he might stay in and go for, like, an Ice Shard to break the balloon or something. But anyway, I'm able to go for a Rain-boosted Scald, and that does decent damage, I have to say, to this Politoed. And now right here, I'm pretty sure it's at a range of HP where a Grass Knot will be able to knock out this Politoed. So I'm going to go for the Grass Knot. I hope it'll knock it out, but unfortunately it lives on like 1 HP, which is very unfortunate, which means he can go for a Scald now, pop my Air Balloon, and now that Mamoswine became a huge... Like, he gets a crit too. Crit didn't matter at all because I am especially defensive Empoleon. But now this Mamoswine became a bit more of a problem because now I have to deal. I don't have a ground resistance anymore because my Air Balloon was popped. So I am able to take down the Politoed with another Grass Knot. That's fine. That's cool. So now he's going to go into Miss Manaphy, and that thing is also a huge threat. So now it's going to set up a Tail Glow, and like, goddamn, this in the rain Tail Glow Manaphy, it's a pretty big threat. Anyways, I go for a Grass Knot, just gauging and see how much it does. It does absolutely nothing. I think flicking its nose would do more damage. But anyways, it's gonna go for an Energy Ball now. Fortunately for me, all the special defense and all the HP investment I put into this Empoleon pay off because I am able to take it. I'm gonna go for a Scald that does way more because stab, Rain Boost, all that fun stuff. I get the burn, and the rain stops at that exact moment, so his hydration doesn't activate. So I'm like, whew, a little bit of hacks for me. Yes, this is good. This is good. And this puts me in a really good position now. He's going to go for a Surf. I don't believe that's going to take me out. Oh, it does take me out. Never mind. I thought maybe I could live that, but unfortunately, what am I talking about? It's a +3 Manaphy. No. Unfortunately, I do lose my Empoleon, but I don't need my Empoleon for anything anymore, judging by his team, because it'll die to an Earthquake from Mamoswine, and basically everything else on his team is completely useless. I'm going to go out in my Scarftron now, because I know I outspeed. And I'm hoping at the range of HP where it's at, a Hidden Power Grasp, I am modest, will kill. Unfortunately, it doesn't because, Hidden Power is so freaking weak this gen. If it was base 70, that would have killed. I guarantee you that would have killed. But unfortunately, I do lose my Heatran. Again, it's not that big of a deal because really it's not going to do much of anything to this team. And what I do is I bring the Manaphy down at a range of HP where next turn the burn will kill it. So overall, Scarftron could have just about killed it. So anyway, I'm going to bring in my Scizor now just to finish it off. I can go now for a Bullet Punch and just wreck this thing out. But what he actually decides to do is he decides to save the Manaphy. He decides to save it and go out into a Scizor instead, which I thought was a bit of a weird play. Just because it's dead anyway, so I guess he saved it for like Switch Fodder or something like that, Death Fodder later, but... Overall, I think it was kind of worthless. But anyways, he does bring the relatively safe Scizor in because there's absolutely nothing that Scizor can do to me. I go for an Aerial Ace. I just want to gauge and see how much damage it'll do as the Scizor decides to U-turn out. I was actually, I believe, predicting a Hard Switch out. I believe he carries, like, I want to say he has a Fire type on his team somewhere. And I was predicting a hard switch out into it. But unfortunately, he has a Tornadus on his team. Maybe that's what I was predicting. Right here, anyways, I decided to switch out because I don't want to take a fire blast, a flamethrower. So I'm going to switch out into Surprise to take it. But he actually makes a very good prediction. I'm not sure if it was a prediction or what, but he goes for the knockoff instead. I lose my leftovers now, which is very bad. So what I do right here, I'm predicting him to go for a flamethrower and just kill me right now. So I'm going for a Shadow Sneak just to get as much damage off on this Tornadus Therian as I possibly can before I die. But he ends up going for the superpower. I guess predicting me to go for a King Shield. Or probably a switch, predicting him to kill me off right now. And right here he goes for the superpower again. Because I'm pretty sure at this point what he was thinking was I'd switch out the first time. When I didn't switch out, I'm pretty sure he predicted me to go for a knockoff this turn and switch out again. But nope, I'm just deciding I'm sacking my surprise. Because really I was gauging to see if he had the flamethrower. And it turns out he doesn't have the flamethrower. Which means my Scizor has absolutely nothing to fear. Because a superpower won't do anything to this, a superpower won't do anything to Scizor because Mega Scizor is really bulky because it's like base 140. Anyways, I'm pretty sure at the range of HP where it's at, a Bullet Punch would kill, so I'm just going to go for it. No reason not to. And now right here, now his Scizor's in, I can set up for days on this thing because this Scizor has absolutely nothing. It has Defog, it has Bullet Punch, and it has U-Turn. I don't know what its filler, and it has Roost, so it has absolutely nothing to hit me with, which means I can set up Sword Stances all I want on this thing, and then I can kill it off with an Aerial Ace because I don't know why people don't carry Aerial Ace, honestly, on Scizor, because it counters fighting. It can take, like, close combat from, like, any non-banded Pokemon. Like, you'd be surprised. Like, Scizor is incredibly bulky when it comes to, like, taking physical hits. So right here, I go for Aerial Ace. It does hella damage, but to even a Scizor, it's a good Scizor breaker, too. The only other thing I can like rival it is maybe if you run, like, Hidden Power Fire. Because that's something I might want to look at running. Special Scizor with Hidden Power Fire. It might work. It might work. But anyways, I'm rambling right now. This Scizor is going for another Bullet Punch. I went for the Roost just because I want to be as much HP as I possibly can after I kill the Scizor off. Because now I won't have any opportunity to Roost freely anymore. He has, I believe, his Tornadus left, his Manaphy left, and his Mamoswine left. Right here, he pulls a double to get as much HP back from Regenerator, which is a pretty cool play, and his Manaphy's dead anyways, so it was a pretty good play, except for the fact that he let my Scizor set up to +3, which means absolutely nothing on his team can take a +3 Bullet Punch from a Mega Adamant Scizor, not even a Tornadus at near full HP. So that was a bit of a mistake letting me sit up, but at the same time, since his Tornadus doesn't carry Flamethrower, there was really nothing else he can do. And now the only thing he can do, really, is if his Mamoswine's Scarfed, he can live the hit, go for like an Earthquake, but even then I'm pretty sure the Earthquake wouldn't be able to kill, and as you find out, the Mamoswine is not sashed at all. Even if it was by some, like, mad miracle, it would lead to like a super awesome Mega Crit or something like that and take my Scizor out, I still do have my Scarf Jolly Excadrill waiting in the wings that can easily outspeed, and an Ice Shard will not be able to kill, so pretty much I had that game in the bag. So GG Stu. Anyways, it was a pretty fun match. It was like a 2-0 or something like that, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed this battle. I hope you enjoyed my narration. I know I certainly did. It was a pretty fun match. As always, leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye.